Celebrations. Short and sweet. Skipped outside. Dialawai in off the post. Well, Tinai Makambuna didn't have that near post covered. It was in off the upright, and New Zealand, as they have done in their 4 previous matches, go 1-0 ahead inside the first 2 minutes. Well, it's become a habit, hasn't it? And off they go again. Crackman's shot is blocked. Nearly as far as Tessa Leong. New Zealand have almost 3 sets of 4 players that they rotate on and off in 4-minute bursts. This is the starting 4. The most experienced 4, you might say. All 4 players currently playing futsal outside of New Zealand. Here's the first full line change. And on come Gemma Catherwood, who will get us restarted. 6 goals already for her in this competition. She sits atop the Golden Boot standings together with Liku Thulathula. Tumbiri. There is Liku Thulathula. 6 goals for her so far. Bremner all the way across to Ella James. Don't underestimate the contribution of Libby Bubia as well, New Zealand's number 9. Plays in this role with her back to goal. Scored 2 goals against the Solomon Islands in the second half, which set up a 4-0 win. It was the closest margin that New Zealand have had, and it wasn't all one-way traffic either. As Nassau looks to get a shot away, and Dialawai takes over, but handled comfortably by Gemma Catherwood. Here's Dialawai, 3 goals for Fiji's number 5 so far in this competition. And Nassau was looking to try and link up with Liku Thulathula. Seen that combination on a couple of occasions already. And here's a chance for Libby Bubia. I think that's going to be a corner. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a fumble from the goalkeeper, Tinai Makambuna. Didn't start the match against the Solomons. It was Vuikamba who picked up an injury and hasn't been able to recover, it seems, for Jerry Sam's side, although Tino Makambuna did start this competition. As just a miscontrol by Maria Veronica. Seen that combination already in this competition as well. Ella James to Libby Bubia. Thumbs up from New Zealand's number 9. Well, running the risk there, just playing square across the goal were Fiji. Inviting a little bit of pressure from New Zealand's futsal ferns, as they're known. Catherwood. Hat-trick against Tahiti. Side netting. That's the danger that Fiji do possess. They've got attacking weapons everywhere. On that occasion, Feminasau. Not enough to force a save from Danielle Bradley, who was very, very good against Tahiti. Both New Zealand's goalkeepers, in fact, have been fantastic when called upon in all their games. Now, the scorelines have painted quite a dominant picture. It's not been without their moments. In particular, Hannah Hegarty has been called into action. A save from distance against multiple teams. For Danielle Bradley, I do recall a very sharp save on the line against Tahiti. Fascinating battle between the two coaches, as well as Bradley comes out of her area and just sweeps that clear. Plays in Australia, New Zealand's number 1. Eliza Hussein scored an absolute thunderbolt in the second period against Solomon Islands. Hit the net rising right up where the Spiders live, not as far up as that. Shot which nearly finds its way into our broadcast area. Get a thumbs up from our team behind the scenes who have really enjoyed bringing you all of the matches out of Honiara. This is the 12th game in 8 days. There's a shot from Tessa Leong, right on target, forces a save. We'll be back here in October for the OFC Beach Soccer Men's Nations Cup as well, right here on FIFA Plus. Plenty more action to come before we bring 2024 to a conclusion. Bring you those other competitions, maybe a little bit later on in this first period. For now, let's concentrate with Fiji as they try and repel another New Zealand attack. And they do a good job. Diallo, who just puts a little nudge into the back of Hannah Krakman. She knew exactly what she was doing, trying to draw that contact and win a foul for her side. Second foul conceded by Fiji. A reminder that fouls are accumulated if we reach 5 fouls. Well, any subsequent foul will send the opponent to the 10-meter mark for a direct free kick. So Fiji at the moment have 3 fouls still to play with. New Zealand yet to concede. And they lead on the scoreboard by a 0-0. Goal to the captain once again, who opened the scoring against Tahiti. Also opened the scoring against the Solomon Islands, if I recall correctly. And against Fiji in their group stage match. In fact, the only game she hasn't opened the scoring was the very first match of this competition. That honour fell to Tessa Leong, New Zealand's number 10, who wrote her name into the record books with the first ever goal at the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup. And since then, New Zealand have had 10 of their squad score. Catherwood, 6 goals. Krakman, 5 goals. Krakman nearly 6 goals as well. Well, we've seen them fly in from that range across this tournament. Kept it down. Comfortable height for the goalkeeper. Dana Manak. Well, they scored one exactly the same against Fiji. It was Manak over the top of the ball into the penalty area and diverting in. Fiji aware of it on that occasion, and this is New Zealand's 3rd quartet now with their first taste of the final. Features a very experienced player in Maxine Cooper. Fun fact about this 4, 3 of these players are pursuing careers in medicine. Cooper is one, Bloomfield, who's on the ball, the other, and Alder, who just played it back to Jamie Evans, who's the youngest player in the squad. So combining professional vocations with international dreams of representing Oceania at the very first FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. It'll be held in the Philippines next year. At the moment, it's New Zealand who've got their noses in front of Fiji. They haven't forced a save from Danielle Bradley. She did need to come out and just sweep clear. There's a chance on here for Evans. She's well controlled by Fiji's defenders. And again, shots on target for New Zealand's Futsal Ferns. There's Tumbiri. Trundles down towards New Zealand's penalty area. Demanding things of her teammates. Hussain's shot goes wide, not by much. She's getting her accuracy in line as Bloomfield comes to contact with Hussain. Bloomfield has a big group of fans in the Tongan team that are here. Mossy Bloomfield, player of Tongan extraction herself. Just showing how the sisterhood has come together here at the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup. Very first time to have this competition played. A welcome addition, it should be said, to the competition calendar. Bloomfield back to goal. Strong. And keeps possession for her side. Here's an opportunity. Veronica just nicked ahead. Sarah Alder playing deep for New Zealand. Happy to pick up the scraps. Yet to score, Alder. Just her and Ella James by my rudimentary scorekeeping. Yet to score for New Zealand in terms of outfield players. Danielle Bradley and Hannah Hegarty as well, the goalkeepers, yet to score for New Zealand. Hussain as well there, and off go Fiji through Louisa Simmons. Very accomplished football coach, Simmons. Adding international futsal to her resume. She may well be on the technical area for Fiji when they host the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship next month. Where Fiji and New Zealand will be looking to emulate their Under-19 teams. Catherwood thought about shooting. In the end, teed up Libby Bouvier. And New Zealand's number 9 extends the lead to 2. Wow, great presence of mind by Gemma Catherwood. The New Zealand flag is flying here at the Friendship Hall. She had a lot of space, drew the keeper in, and set up Libby Bouvier. Keeper just trying to find her feet. New Zealand at the halfway point of the first period have a 2-goal buffer, and Feminasau is under extreme pressure from Jordana Bremner. Off they go though, Fiji. Dialawai, saved by Bradley. First time of calling for New Zealand's number 1. Tumbiri finds Dialawai. She runs out of space. Ella James. Catherwood just trods on the ball, and 3 Fijian shirts go forward, including the youngster, Kulandina, who's on the ball now. Crowd love it. Off New Zealand, they handle that Fijian attack well, composed in defence. Futsal Ferns. And looking for Bubia. Tumbiri does enough to get a touch. A lot of these Fijian players, very accomplished footballers in their own right. Catherwood's pass is not able to find the intended target, Libby Bubia. Kulandina, the crowd enjoyed that, didn't they? Not so much that as a wayward pass finds Bremner. And her long ball nearly off the head of Bubia. Shot from Catherwood. Doesn't miss by much. Eight and a half minutes to play. New Zealand 2, Fiji 0. Ella James. Similar to their group stage match, Fiji were able to pull a goal back early in the second period before New Zealand changed gears and accelerated away, eventually winning that one 9-1. The Yellow White looking to link up with Liku Thulathula. She's happy to let that go. For a corner. Now, what can Fiji come up with? South's shot is blocked. And New Zealand will make a change here. Happy to give up half of the pitch, Fiji. The Yellow Eye puts a little bit of pressure on Shivi Anthony, Kulandina. Runs the passing lanes, and now Liku Thulathula links up with the Yellow Eye. Who goes for a return pass, Dana Manak. Desperate defending. Looking to get a block in on the shot. Tessa Leon. Tactic we've seen employed by Fiji before, that diagonal ball to the back post. Not sure Kulandina would be the intended target. More often than not, it's Liku Thulathula. So New Zealand in control of this. Kulandina just not able to bring the ball under control. Neither is Shivi Anthony. And we tick closer to the halftime whistle. Crackman. Here's a big chance. Manak just off balance. Well, it was rolling invitingly towards number 6. Couldn't catch up with it in the end. Maria Veronica, who was the unfortunate scorer of an own goal. We've got a timeout called by Fiji. Chance for Jerry Sam. To get some instructions to his team.
Shivi, come in front here. Hey, you see, now 4-0 is coming in. 4-0 is coming in, girls. 4-0. Hey, they will beat on the side here. Hey, look, hey, I'm talking. Okay, they have the ball here. Hey, if these two step, we step. We step. Okay, don't stay here because they will pass here. They try and beat here. So as soon as here, you stay. If she goes, you follow. Understand? She follow.
Jerry Sam just trying to get some tactical information across to his team as to where the opportunities will lie. Let's see. Made the point on a couple of occasions when Jerry Sam has called a timeout. His team generally reacts positively. How will they react? So far, it's a goal to Anna Krachman and Libby Bubia. That separates the two sides. So far, Nukuthula has been kept quiet. Krachman. Wouldn't she love the opportunity to hoist that trophy above her head? Tino Makambuna comes out of her goal. Krachman not able to force a save on this occasion. Yes. Fuller. Good turn. Not able to catch up with it though, so Fiji concede possession in their defensive third. Leon's shot was blocked. Touched by Dana Manak just to kill the ball. Good crowd as well. Sunday afternoon in Honiara. You can see the grandstand in front of you on the far side. Packed to almost capacity. Chivy Anthony was just trying to escape the attention of Thulafula. A toed shot from Krachman. The potential to be awkward for Fiji's goalkeeper. And she saw it all the way through. Comfortably handled. Leon. Very much a clash of styles between these two sides. New Zealand. Majority of players specialising. And then futsal. For Fiji. Players work in a combination of both football and futsal. Didn't exist in Fiji up until last year. It's a program that has been established in the secondary schools, extended into senior women's participation. Thema Nassau needed to be sure of that. Apology from Veronica. As a foul is conceded, and that's Fiji's third. 4.5 minutes to play. Maxine Cooper, Jamie Evans, Sarah Alder, and Mossy Bloomfield for New Zealand players as Evans just under hit the pass a little bit. Alder had to be aware. get away with it, New Zealand. So, bouncing ball. Finds its way through to the yellow white. New Zealand's youngest player, just 19 years of age, Jamie Evans. In contrast, Fiji's youngest player, 14. Cecilia Pulandina. Already played for the Fiji women's national team. Pulas. So New Zealand have enjoyed the bulk of the possession in this match. I'm chatting with Nick Downs at the conclusion of the game against Tahiti. He made the observation that traditionally at international level, New Zealand have had to really endure a high press from their opposition. Playing against their Oceania counterparts, they really have to work hard to break down compact, deep defences. Something new that they are having to work out. Downs made the comment that every team that they've played against has offered a slightly different challenge. Suggest Fiji bring a physicality to their approach. That's been reflected in the 3 fouls conceded so far. Masao, shot goes wide. Well, she got the better of Jamie Evans there. Was falling away as she let fly. Was always going wide. Just goes to show, can't afford to switch off at any point. And that point reigns true at both ends as well. Fiji need to be concentrating in defence too. Just over 2 minutes to play. Cleared by Nassau. Eventually the ball is restarted by Fiji. So they trail 2-0. Couple of half chances as Liku Pulapula just looked to link up with her captain on the far side, Tumbiri. Well, that would have been a big chance if that pass had have been slightly more accurate. Crowd so far haven't been a factor. It is a big crowd though. Both to my left and to my right in the broadcast area, we've got spectators in. All 3 teams not out on the Friendship Hall are here in attendance. Tonga, whose competition concluded at the end of the group stage without a win. And also Tahiti and the Solomon Islands, who played out a very entertaining match for 3rd place earlier this afternoon. It was Tahiti who triumphed 4-3. Although the home fans had plenty to cheer about as that ball very nearly finds its way into my commentary position. Luckily, need to take evasive action, but gave the crowd something to cheer about, that's for sure. I'm not sure my friends in the technical study group next to me appreciated it. Oh, Nassau just hung a leg out there. Took the pace off it. I think it was going wide, but that could well have gone anywhere. Etherwood lines up a shot. Well, this first period has flown by. The trademark quick start by New Zealand, scoring after less than 2 minutes through their captain, Hannah Krachman. Take the lead. Extended the lead through Libby Bubia. Just inviting a bit of pressure on them, New Zealand, and they lose possession. Fiji get us back underway quickly. Liku Thula, and she pulls one back for Fiji. Coletta, Liku Thula shows why she sits alone atop the Golden Boot standings. The Fiji bench celebrate. They wanted to get it underway quickly, didn't they? Liku Thula. It looked to me like she wasn't even paying attention for a period there. Ball came across. And before you know it, the left foot of Liku Thula had the ball past Danielle Bradley, and all of a sudden, the crowd are into this match. And Fiji break clear, although Tumbiri not able to be found. Just a word of encouragement to her teammates. Sophie Dialloy, the recipient of that. Just take it easy. Gesture. So, big chance here for New Zealand. They can't clear their lines, Fiji. Bubia just getting ahead of herself, and the crowd let her know. So does James, and blocked by the captain. And all of a sudden, the noise levels, they raise in the Friendship Hall, and we've got a handball on Libby Bubia. Now, a lot of Fijian flags here. Wonder how much of that is the influence of Jerry Sam, coach of Fiji, Solomon Islands national. How many of his Wontoks are here celebrating Fiji? It's got a problem with our scoreboard. We'll allow timekeeper, Kere Baucheche. It's that sorted. It is, in fact, half-time here at the Friendship Hall. Danielle Bradley beaten in the closing stages. Now Fiji, do they have the momentum going into the second period? At halftime here at the Friendship Hall, it is New Zealand leading 2-1 over Fiji. Now let's take a look at the picture. Fiji in white, attacking the goal to your right. And Fiji get us underway. Second period of the final of the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup, the inaugural competition. Winner will not only lift the trophy for the very first time, but they will book a ticket to represent Oceania at the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup to be held in the Philippines in 2025. Will it be Unaisi Tumbiri? Or will it be Hannah Krachman? 19 and a half minutes to pan out here, plus the possibility of extra time and, if needed, penalties. But for the moment, New Zealand have a slight advantage. 2-1. And we're in cruise control before Fiji with a 1-2 combination to set up the competition's leading goal scorer, Koleta Likuthulathula. Her 7th of the competition, to just edge ahead of Gemma Catherwood as a mistake from Fiji by Likuthulathula. Just got her wires crossed and made a wayward pass, which gives New Zealand an attacking restart from the near sideline, cut out by Thema Nassau. And Fiji look to counter at pace as Hannah Hegarty gets her first touch. So a change in goal for New Zealand, as we've seen in all of their previous 4 matches. Danielle Bradley and Hannah Hegarty playing 20 minutes apiece. Bradley with the first period under her belt. Hegarty coming in, and Leong just feeds Dana Manak, and she tried to lay the ball across to her captain. And Likuthulathula just hacks it clear. And now visiting referee from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Reem El-Bishi, just wants a word with Dana Manak. Manak not sure if she was the guilty party. Earning a wry smile from Unaisi Tumbiri, the Fijian captain. It was a pat on the shoulder also from Sophie Dialawai. So Dialawai recognised her part in the situation, not so much Dana Manak. But regardless, no cards, no fouls so far in the second period, and the score remains 2-1. Manak. This played into the path of her opposite number, Thema Nassau. Hasn't got herself into the game yet, Thema Nassau. Shot blocked by Manak. Likuthulathula with the block for Fiji. Here's Hannah Krakman. This time it's Thema Nassau getting the left foot up. Good interplay, New Zealand blocked. Thema Nassau once again. Fiji just weathering the storm here. Will we see another fast start from New Zealand, as has been their trademark? We've just ticked over 2 minutes. Off the post. Tessa Leong. Well, this is breaking for her again, Leong. Still, Fiji defend desperately. Krakman finds Manak. Her pass, Leong, and from point-blank range, Tessa Leong has found a way to hit that over the crossbar. I'll give some credit to the goalkeeper, Tenai Makambuna. She was quick to react, and maybe her evasive action out the corner of the eye of Leong was enough to put her off. New Zealand with a big chance to restore that 2-goal buffer. Chance squandered. Well, it was brewing, wasn't it? Fiji were pegged right back with their backs to the wall. Eventually their resolve was broken. And had it not been for just a little bounce in front of Dana Manak, Tessa Leong, I should say. Pass was from Dana Manak. As Manak comes along, way out does the goalkeeper. She did well. Tenai Makambuna. But the distribution leaves a little to be desired after that save. Brave goalkeeping. Body on the line stuff. Catherwood. Tumbiri. And Dialawai Feeds Veronica. Dialloy swings and misses. Bit of frustration from Tumbiri. Now Fiji playing their part in this entertaining final. Feminasal really came into the attention of the football family of Oceania during the Women's Nations Cup in 2022, held in Fiji, the first post-COVID competition. She was a standout for Fiji. Real resurgence, or emergence, I think is a better term, of women's football in Fiji. Their national under-20 side will compete in their very first FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup shortly in Colombia. As Libby Boubier's turn to lean back on a shot, unable to keep it down. So Fiji, and they force an equaliser. New Zealand are yet to be behind in this competition in their 4 matches. They've conceded 3 times now. Once against Fiji in the group stage, it was Liku Thula again on that occasion. Once against Tahiti, that was Nina Uea Pioi. They have only been really under pressure against the Solomon Islands, I would suggest, at 2-0. Then 2 second-half goals to Libby Boubier in that match was enough for a 4-0 victory. They find themselves right in an arm wrestle against Fiji here as Catherwood just loses control, and they conspire to eventually clear their lines. Fiji wasn't the most comprehensive of attempts to play out from the back. Catherwood. Just look to pin Feminasal. Quite a heavy collision on the far side from our broadcast position. Catherwood's up. Feminasal managed to get back to her knees. Just trod on each other's ankles there. Ella James brings the ball forward for New Zealand, and they earn themselves a restart. Boubier, she's 1 possession back, goes to the deck, and in the end, the whistle goes. And Tino Makambuna will get us back underway. Hussein goes long, but no accuracy on the pass. So just lacking any real structure this second period. Hasn't opened up. Good save, Higgity, and Veronica goes close. So just as I say, the match meandering along. It was Veronica with a foot in. Diallo shot, great save. And on the rebound, Maria Veronica not able to force it home. Foul conceded by Fiji, but a big opportunity goes begging. Cleared somewhat flamboyantly by Hussein. So New Zealand yet to wrestle back control. They had Fiji pinned right back in the early stages. Not the fast start that we've grown accustomed to by the team in black. Although Leong flashes a shot wide and New Zealand go close. Second opportunity for Tessa Leong in the second period. Tinai Nakambuna, wrong-footed. Went too far to the near post. And Fiji go hunting. New Zealand escape the press and they move forward through Dana Manak. Out through Shivi Anthony. And a ball in space and a good save by Tinai Makambuna. Rush of blood and she tries to play Sophie Dialloy in early. Here's Manak again, leaves it behind for Krachman and there's a big chance on the far side. Tessa Leong, third time's a charm for New Zealand's number 10. They were knocking at the door, New Zealand. And finally, the Fijian resolve breaks. And Tessa Leong, after spurning a couple of opportunities set up by her captain, and just took the pace off the shot and placed it past the goalkeeper. A good finish. And Dana Manak in attendance as well, if needed. So New Zealand go 3-1 ahead. Tessa Leong's goal restores New Zealand's 2-goal buffer. Her fourth of the competition. And Bremner. Set up by Dana Manak. Just over the bar, Hannah Krachman. Well, New Zealand. That goal seeming to wake them up from a little bit of a malaise in the first part of the second period. Hegarty with a save that bounced just in front of Maria Veronica. But where New Zealand have taken their opportunities, Fiji, with the few chances that they've had, haven't made New Zealand pay. So Leong, who flashed one over the crossbar from close range before opening one up past the far post, eventually found a home in the back of the Fijian net. So goals to Krachman, Bubia, Leong. Against a strike from Liku Thula. Yes. Thula. Handball by Louisa Simmons. Lucky to escape a yellow card, in my opinion. Second foul conceded by Fiji. Looked like a very deliberate handball to me. First time that we've seen Louisa Tamani Torkula, Fiji's number 10. You can see there, down on defensive duties as James has her shot blocked. Good first touch. Bubia, good save. Is it New Zealand for 4? It is. First to react was Jordana Bremner. Well, a good first up save. And that's the difference between the two sides. New Zealand presented an opportunity, and they make no mistake on the rebound. Look at this touch from Libby Bubia. A great shot on the turn. It was a good save. Tinoi Makambuna. But Bremner forced it home. So a bit of breathing space for New Zealand. Jordana Bremner. Off she goes. New Zealand's latest goal scorer. And they're in here. Libby Bubia. There's a player unmarked on the far side. It's Maxine Cooper. Her space is closed down very quickly. James's shot straight into the midriff of Liku Thulathula. So the crowd taken out of this. They were finding their voice again. New Zealand wrestle control back, 4-1. They take a big step towards lifting the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup trophy. It was a superb first touch, wasn't it, by Bubia? A shot on the turn. And this player, Bremner, fastest to react to the rebound. Fiji had a similar opportunity at 2-1 at the other end. That shot went wide of the upright shortly after Tessa Leong. Down the back of the net. And Bremner's shot from close range extended the lead. Less than 10 minutes to play in the second period. Fiji, they'll need to be the next team to score if they are to try and put some pressure on their opponents from Aotearoa, New Zealand. It's a kia ora if you're tuning in. I know there's a very engaged futsal community in New Zealand. Bulavinaka to our friends from Fiji as well. I know the team has been overwhelmed with the support that they've received from home. But at the moment, they trail New Zealand, although Fema Nassau goes coast to coast. Shot poked away by Ella James. As we stay here, once again, another block shot. Well, a lot of bodies on the line here. Straight into the camera. Well, we can't bring you any closer than that. That was right down the barrel. Looks like that camera might need some running repairs. Thankfully, our camera operator is okay. Not sure about his hardware. Fiji. Well, time's ticking away. A unifoul. Libby Bubia. Feminasau gets us back underway. That was dipping under the crossbar. Comfortably held by Hannah Hegarty. Headed clear. And just helped out by Liku Thulathula. It's going to need a big push from Fiji any moment now. Can't afford to leave it too late. As Tumbiri just ran out of space. Got isolated. Jamie Evans pokes clear. Veronica, who's missed. How costly will that be? Just plays it towards Hussein, but she's not on the same wavelength. Didn't make the run. Hegarty goes long. Bloomfield not able to bring that under control. On comes Stella Naivalulevu. So Jerry Sam having to shuffle his pack. Catherwood not able to add to her 6 goals so far in the competition. She entered this match equal with Coletta Liku Thulathula, but Liku Thulathula has scored. Second foul committed by New Zealand, and we've got a yellow card as well. Jamie Evans picking up the yellow card. Haven't seen a lot of yellow cards in this competition. We did see a red card back on match day 1. Only one we've seen in the competition. So Fiji wasted opportunity. Minnesota. Like a tired pass, didn't it, from Sarah Alder. At 4-1. It will take something special from Fiji to peg New Zealand back. And here they go, Fiji. The white shirts go forward. It's a 2-on-4. Bit of fatigue starting to creep in. Looks as though we might have our camera back online down at pitch level. Great. Work by the team behind the scenes. They have really enjoyed bringing you this coverage. Very hard-working crew out of Honiara. Spera thought they'll pack up, and they will head back to the next job, which will be bringing you a combination of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers out of Samoa and the Under-16 Women's Championship out of Fiji. Suva, the venue for that competition, as New Zealand Put Fiji under pressure, and is that the goal that secures the title for the Futsal Ferns? Who, me? Hannah Krachman, yes, you. Second goal. Well, they just got themselves all tied up, didn't they? Krachman with the high press, won the ball from Naivalulevu and poked the ball home through the goalkeeper's legs for her second. New Zealand now 5-1 ahead. And do their thoughts turn to preparation for the Philippines? They won the group stage match 9-1. They are 5-1 up here. 6 minutes to play. Crowd maybe sensing that it will take a real miracle for Fiji to even force this into extra time. They trail by 4 goals. Three second half goals to New Zealand through Leong, Bremner, Krachman. Anthony. Under pressure from Veronica, but New Zealand take over. And as that 5th goal went in for New Zealand, the atmosphere in the Friendship Hall changes. Liku Thula had to be very aware of facing her own goal with that clearance. Got it up and over the crossbar. An own goal would have really broken Fijian hearts. Anthony. Krachman's shot goes wide, claims there's a touch. No, says our combination of Philip Mana and Reem Albishi. Thula into Tumbiri, although she's dispossessed by her opposite. Anthony. So New Zealand also just taking the pace out, although Leong just loses possession but manages to recover. That'll be a foul. Not given. Right. Philip Mana, although he does want to have a conversation with Sophie Diallo-White. Handshakes between Diallo-White and Krachman, and a little bit of moisture to be removed from the Friendship Hall. Just stepped across to Diallo-White. I think there was a little smile on her face, almost thinking she'd got away with it. So no foul given. Got a full house enjoying this match. The 12th of the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup as Fiji move forward, but the shot went for power. No accuracy, not forcing the save. Five-star performance for New Zealand so far. Good ball. Is it a hat trick? It's not. It's an assist for Manak. New Zealand scores 6. And surely the title going the way of the Futsal Ferns. Well, Anthony's long ball. Great first touch from Crackman. Unselfish to tee up her club teammate, Dana Manak. And New Zealand at 6-1. Can start to ready the celebrations. What will Jerry Sam have to say to his team to try and bring something back here?
Hey, don't press. I told you guys to press. We stay here. No more goals. If you press, this is what happens. We stay compact here. They're a good team. Good with rotation. Don't put press on them. They will press us. Understand, girls? Right.
We'll place for the team.
So Jerry Sam wanting his team to stay compact. They've gone chasing a goal there. And the match just opened up. And a great first touch from the captain. She's been outstanding the entire competition. Hannah Cruckman. 6 goals. Captain's armband. Set the tone for the team and a great assist for Dana Manak. Crackman has drawn level with her teammate Gemma Catherwood on 6 goals, but they both trail Coletta Liku Thulathula, who has 7 goals in the Golden Boot race. Crackman definitely will be in the conversation for Golden Ball, best player of the competition. Also the Golden Glove Award to be given to the best goalkeeper. Plenty of candidates there. I'm sure Coral Harry of Tahiti will be in the conversation. Three minutes before New Zealand can really start to celebrate. At 6-1, they are firmly in control. And a shot goes flashing across the penalty area. Bremner was on hand to force it if needed. Goes for a corner. Anthony, solid contributor. Scored on the first match day. Saved. Catherwood. Tumbedi does well. But just fatigue starting to creep in. 2.5 minutes to play. It's been a long campaign for both these teams. This is New Zealand's 4th match in a row. Fiji had the bye before their match day 5 encounter with the Solomon Islands. But a lot of the Fijian squad have played a lot of minutes, and it's starting to show now. Tumbedi, Dialawai. And it's ended up inside the Fiji net. Looks like an own goal to me. And the look on the face of the Fijian players tells a story. They are crestfallen. It's an own goal. And the score goes to 7-1. It was Catherwood's ball into a dangerous area. And a combination of Dialawai Hussein have forced it into their own net. I can start to see the smiles on the New Zealand bench. With a minute 45, those smiles will turn into scenes of jubilation. As they become Oceania's very first representatives to the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. Yeah, you hear the call from the captain, 90 seconds. The first steps of this journey charted back in 2017. Well before the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup was a reality. The group has worked hard over the years. They've put their hand in their own pockets. And a dream about to be a reality. A minute to play. Fiji can hold their heads high. It will be a silver medal for Onaisi Tumberi and her teammates. Tahiti claimed the third earlier today when they defeated the hosts, the Solomon Islands. A tired shot at goal from Dialawai. They will want to keep the ball in play for as long as they can, New Zealand. Run the clock down and start the celebrations. Dana Manak has been named the player of the match, New Zealand's number 6. Wangani Drolak comes in for her first minutes of the final. Closing stages, 36 seconds. Cooper, one that's been there from the very start. Thumbs up from the bench. Crowd awaiting the final whistle. Just a collision between Roroi and James. Yellow card to Sarah Roroi. Second yellow card of the final to go with Jamie Evans earlier in the second period. Is there time for one more goal for New Zealand? Ten seconds to play. We'll let the crowd count it down. Two seconds to play. A delay. And New Zealand claim the inaugural OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup. Well, a combination of relief and joy. For Fiji, well, they can hold their heads high. Not to be for Fiji, for New Zealand. The culmination of hard work behind the scenes. New Zealand win the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup, defeating Fiji by 7-1. Let's take a look at the highlights. Well, Fiji started as underdogs. New Zealand with an unblemished record. 4 wins from 4 matches in the group stage. They shot out to a fast start in all their matches so far, and this was no different. Their captain, Hannah Krachman, set the tone. Scoring at the near post, in off the upright. And that gave them the perfect start. Second goal was to come, expertly set up by Gemma Catherwood. She fed Libby Bubia. And her left foot strike was never going to be stopped by the goalkeeper, flashing in to give New Zealand a 2-goal cushion. But Fiji would come back through their leading goal scorer, Coletta Likuthulathula. Her left foot strike past Danielle Bradley gave Fiji the momentum going into half-time, trailing by 2-1. Into the second half. And New Zealand looking to extend their lead. Chances going begging. At the other end, Fiji had a big opportunity to equalise. Maria Veronica missing from close range. Tessa Leong, her second chance in quick succession. And she made no mistake with her third opportunity. You could see through the celebration the relief as the pressure was released. New Zealand out to a 3-1 lead. And then the floodgates opened. Jordana Bremner, fastest to react on the rebound after Libby Bubia's sharp turn and strike. Stabbing home, New Zealand 4-1. Fiji tried to play their way out of trouble, but Krachman quickest to react after dispossessing Naivalulevu. That would make it 5-1. And at that stage, the celebrations were ready to go. Krachman could have had a hat-trick. Instead, teeing up player of the match, Dana Manak. (6-1). And there was still time for one more. A tired Fijian defence, putting it into their own net to round out the scoring. And on the final whistle, New Zealand become the inaugural OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup champions, winning the final against Fiji by 7-1. Well, let's take in some comment from the two teams, and we will begin with Fiji's head coach, Jerry Sam, who's standing by with OFC media officer Michael Wood.
Jerry, commiserations. A difficult result to take there. Do you feel at 2-1, if you'd managed to get that second, it would have been a different occasion?
Yeah, in the first half we come back from behind and we got a goal, and halftime it's 2-1, sorry, and this like what we have talked about, and like the second half discipline is that key thing that put us down a bit, because what we have talked about, the girls seems to try and do things without what we have talked about. But yeah, we want to say thank you to New Zealand. New Zealand is a very good team that they've been together for so long, and but putting up this team within 3 weeks, it's and futsal is a fast-paced game, rotation about rotation, and yeah, we can see some moments there. Our girls got caught up a bit of a rotation, and these are the things that we we have talked about, yeah, within the system, and yeah. I think, yeah, I just want to say thank you to my girls for that the fight.
You mentioned the short preparation time you had with the team. Do you feel that that's really the difference there, that the talent is there? It's just about having that group together over a longer period of time.
Sure, yeah, the talents we got, we have talents in Fiji, but the preparation in a short time is something that difficult, because this is the OFC Futsal World Cup qualifiers, and it's a sport there for the World Cup, and to bring things like these in a short term is something that we need to look on to a longer term that we need to work on and improve. That I believe Fiji will come back in the next tournament as a team to beat.
And in terms of that development, obviously the result tonight be difficult to take, but you must be incredibly proud of how far your team has come in such a short space of time.
Sure, yeah, I'm really proud of the girls. I told the girls they should have put their heads up and they should have proud of themselves. And like coming in here to reach the final is what we is our first plan. And we know, like I said, we know that New Zealand has been there for so long, and we put up a good show.
Well, thanks very much for your time and good luck for the future, Jerry.
Thank you.
So the foundation's in place for Fiji to build on. Well, they closed their campaign with a word above. Standing by now is the winning camp, and Nick Downs is with Michael Wood.
Nick, congratulations. Your team, the first ever winners of the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup. You must be incredibly proud.
Yeah, it's of course so proud of the ladies and everyone that was kind of been part of the team and helped us out. And yeah, almost can't quite put it into words. It's been a lot of time and invested in the team and the game. So yeah, just crazy. So yeah, very proud to be there.
It was a difficult period there at the end of the first half and into the early stages of the second. You must be proud of how they were able to withstand that pressure and come into the game later on.
Yeah, and we knew it would be tough, right? The crowds here is wild. We're not the players aren't necessarily used to playing against such a loud crowd. So of course that changes the atmosphere. Fiji's so dangerous on the transitions and then their shooting ability, 1v1 ability. So yeah, it was really nervy for a while there. But look, they said we settled at halftime and maintained some control. So no, they did all right.
Still, obviously, a little bit more time now between tonight and when the World Cup comes around next year, but I assume the preparations will start very early on.
Yes, now that we can say that we're a World Cup team, we'll have to definitely go and look at what do we do next? What can we do next? Because the challenge, massive challenge, competing at a World Cup. So yeah, we'll have to have a look and see what we can do.
And in terms of this group, is the hope that you can keep the core together between now and building up to that World Cup?
Yeah, and the core of the team, there's players. I think we brought 3 new players to this one, so the rest of the players have had international experience before, and there's maybe I think 5 that have been with us since the start. So there is a good core there, and of course now there's others out there that weren't with us on this tour, which will of course want to be back in the team. So there's competition in the team. So yeah, there's a good group that will really drive and hopefully improve the squad going forward.
Congratulations once again, and good luck next year at the World Cup.
Thank you.
Their attentions can turn to preparations for that FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup to be held in the Philippines in 2025. The award ceremony will commence here at the Friendship Hall shortly. These players, for many of them, these dreams started way back in 2017. It is the end of one road, but the beginning of another. Earlier today, it was Tahiti that defeated the Solomon Islands to claim 3rd place. Now, shortly we'll be hearing from our player of the match, Dana Manak, as we continue to get preparations ready for the award ceremony. It's been an incredible first up competition. Foundation set for so many of these teams. In fact, for 4 of them, it was their very first senior international matches when they kicked off back on Saturday last week. Well, we've managed to track down our player of the match, and standing by with Michael Wood is a very excited Dana Manak.
Dana, congratulations. The championship for your side and player of the match. You must be very happy.
So happy, like a little bit speechless to be honest. But yeah, it was just an amazing final. I think Fiji played so well. They came out were sweating a little bit at halftime, to be honest. And we were really nervous about coming out in the second half. The crowd's a bit crazy, but no, it was like amazing. I'm still shaking.
It's quite a raucous crowd here in the arena. How was it out on the court?
It's loud. It's loud for sure. And we're not used to playing against crowds like that, realistically. So it was something new for us that we had to have a chat about at halftime and get our head around. But yeah, amazing. Nothing really like it. And I think we managed to turn it into like a good thing and play under the pressure. So it was great.
It looked like a bit of a difficult period there at the end of the first half, early in the second. How important was it as a team to come together and show some resolve?
Yeah, it was good. And it's something we had spoken about, being in those high pressure, stressful situations. So yeah, I think like credit to all the girls. I think we all did our job, and we came out and we did it.
You'll get to lift the trophy very shortly, but you also have a World Cup to look forward to next year. How much does that mean?
So much. I mean, we've been like established since 2017. We've been playing together and playing for a World Cup, trying to get to that level. So yeah, it means the world to us. And we've been waiting for it and we've been training for it. And I think hopefully that showed a little bit today. And we're just going to keep working hard until the World Cup next year.
And just finally, there were some Kiwi fans in the stands, but in terms of a message for those friends and family back home, what would that be?
Oh, just thank you. We've got so many friends and family on the live stream watching, and that support meant the world to us as well. And we know you were there, and hopefully they can make it to the World Cup next year to be here in person as well.
Thanks very much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Well, great words from Dana Manak, sending a message to the futsal community back in New Zealand, but also just how wonderfully supported this competition has been by the fans and the football family here in the Solomon Islands. Their team not able to get a place on the podium, but shortly we will have the award ceremony and an acknowledgement for the team who finished in third place, Tahiti. So, all in readiness. We will shortly hand over to our MC. What a moment also for our match officials. Individual awards, don't forget as well. We will have the Fair Play team, the Golden Boot winner for best scorer, the Golden Glove for outstanding goalkeeper of the tournament, and the Golden Ball for best player of the tournament. Great to see some of the fans still sticking around here at the Friendship Hall. As our official party begins their final stages. So it's congratulations to New Zealand's Futsal Ferns, a historic victory at the inaugural OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup. A big well done to the team, coaching staff, supporters, and all those behind the scenes. It completes an incredible double for New Zealand football. Their men's team, the Futsal Whites, secured the OFC Futsal Men's Nations Cup last year. They're in their final stages of preparation for the FIFA Futsal World Cup to be held in Uzbekistan. Well, it is a country of unique culture in the Solomon Islands. Superb hosts of this inaugural competition. It's the end of 6 match days, 12 matches. Five nations began the journey. Tonga, Solomon Islands. And let's head down now to the official award ceremony.
The colors felt in spring. You are the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to introduce the following presenters of the awards and medals to the teams. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Member of Parliament for Maringe Kokota and Vice Chair Lady of the Government Caucus, Honourable Kathy Nori. Also, we welcome the SIF President, Donald Marahare. And the Solomon Islands Football Federation Executive Member and Women's Football Representative, Rose Paya. OFC will now present commemorative medals to the match officials of today's final match. The referee for this match is Philip Mana from Solomon Islands. The second referee is Reem Alfi from Saudi Arabia. The third referee is Hiro Delingi from Tahiti. The fourth referee is Fred Ete from Solomon Islands. And the timekeeper is Kere Baucheche from Solomon Islands. OFC will now honor the Fair Play team of the tournament. The winner of the Fair Play Award is Solomon Islands.
Right, just look at me. Thank you.
OFC will now honor the top scorer of the tournament. The winner of the Golden Boot goes to Coletta Liku Dula. And now OFC will now honor the most outstanding goalkeeper of the tournament. And the winner of the Golden Glove is Danielle Bradley. OFC will now the best player of the tournament. And the winner of the Golden Ball is Hannah Crackner. And now it is time to award the teams for their performances during the tournament. And now, please congratulate the third place team of the OFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Tahiti. Thank you. Now, let's congratulate the runner of the UFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, and now please welcome the winners of the UFC Futsal Women's Nations Cup 2024, Team New Zealand. And now, Federation President Dr. will now hand the winners Futsal Women's Nations Cup 2024. Congratulations to New Zealand, your official Futsal